Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for booming in. Drop another bomb. There will be blood out there, boomers. There will be blood. I take a little break, go for a little vacation, and the blood starts pouring. So is Murphy's Law, I guess. But I'm not too concerned. I'm not even sweating, honestly. 42,497 right now on the BTC price. Some downward pressure there over the weekend going into the week. We'll be talking about the FUD, the fear, the uncertainty, the doubts out there on the market, and the potential opportunities, because there is confidence, there is certainty as well. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Shout out to everybody there in the chat. Let me check out the chat box. Boom. Good morning, Manuel Herrera and the rest of the boomers. Guys, drop me a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. The champ is back. I took a little vacation there with the fam, a much needed one. We went down there and stayed tropical, enjoyed some of the tropics with the fam. So we're back, and I take a step away, and boom, it starts bleeding out. I'm glad though, that I'm not nervous or anything like that. 42.5, like I've said before, let's go back and show the screen. Actually, let me show the screen. Boom, here's the charts. When we were down here and we started going back up, back like in, late June, we started moving back up. I'm still not entirely convinced. I'll be honest with you, as far as going towards all-time highs. I think we're going to have to shake some of these little NFT guys out. These little NFT guys need to be shaken. The newbies, you know what I mean? Some of them, they need to feel a little bit of the blood. So we may even dip down into the 30s, even to the 20s. I've said this before. Ultimately, when the big drop happened and, we were down here, I said, listen, guys, you got to be prepared to buckle up and lose 85% from the all-time high. Somewhere around there, which all-time high is 60 and change. So 80% of that we should drop. We haven't experienced that. We did about a 50% drop. But if you guys been around the towns out here, this thing is semi-fractal. And there's a strong possibility that we can drop again. This could have been that second major wave. We experienced this back in 2017, 2018, while things dropped from 20 to about 6,000 or 5,000 and went right back up to 12,000. But ultimately, it bled out to like 3K, right? We'll show those charts again just to remind ourselves. I don't want to be fudding. I'm extremely bullish for the mid to long term, but I think that we are still in waters that have potential to bring us into the $30,000, $20,000 range, and shit, maybe even as low. I say the real bottom to me is about $12,000 or $15,000. Will we ever even bleed that much? I don't know, and perhaps maybe that's not on the table, but I wouldn't be entirely surprised. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'll keep it $150, keep it 1,000 with you boomers. So, I do expect all-time highs, though, okay? Us exceeding 60,000 sometime next year. So while I do expect some downside here, I also expect some upside. So listen, what we do here is we separate the pits from the poodles, the feast from the famine, the men from the mice out here. Which side are you? The technicals from the testicles. Or should I say it the other way around? The testicles from the technicals. Shout out to Go Fuchsius. He reminded me of that. And all the boomers out there. I'm all right with these prices, 42.5. I think, a little downward pressure shake some of these funny bunnies out. I'm not mad at all. Shout out to Manuel, the rest of the boomers out there. Let's look at the charts over here on CoinGecko, see what's shaking and baking. The Fed is talking today. We got Jerome Powell talking about, I don't know what he's going to talk about. There was FUD over there with this Evergrande, the largest developer in China, saying that they may not meet their debts. Listen, I'm not really believing all this Evergrande stuff. It's way too mainstream. And I was listening to Gregory Mannarino yesterday, and I agree with him. If you look at the 10-year yield and you look at the debt markets, nothing has really changed. So I think this is a lot of hoopla, a lot of here, a lot of there. And this may be the buy the dip opportunity. I certainly did. I bought me some ETH on this dip. I bought me some ETH below 3,000 on this dip because, guys, whether things are bullish or bearish, if you ask me personally if Bitcoin and Ether will be here 5-6 years from now, yes, I think they are. Okay, they're going to go up and down, but if in 5 years from now, Ether is going to be worth more than $2,900. Okay, and it's going to be worth significantly more, in my opinion. I'm not your crypto daddy, but that's what I'm expecting. Same thing with Bitcoin. Now, all these other coins, Cardano, Solana, the other, I mean, they look promising, but, you know, I don't know where they're going to be. I really don't. Honestly, BTC and Ether, guys, that's all I got to say. I mean, if you haven't figured that one out, these guys move the market, and it's really more Bitcoin and ETH. Although I believe Ether now in the short to midterm will gain market share on Bitcoin. What's the price of Bitcoin, Ether? That's when the last time I checked it was like a 0.069 or 0.07, something like that. Let me bring up these the trading charts. I was looking at Fantom. You know, I still got a little baby position in Fantom. It's, you know, whatever, it's holding. So let's look at ETH against Bitcoin, which is, you know, what I've been keeping an eye at. 0.069. It's been holding steady there. We've seen it going over 0.07. But look, the markets have dropped. Everything is shaked and baked. But the price of Ether against Bitcoin is about the same. And in fact, the trend seems to be continuing to go up. Let me go ahead and click on this ad real quick. And then I want to see the technicals for ETH against Bitcoin. Right now, they're reading sell there for the 1 day projections. But the 1 week is strong buy. There's only 1 or 2 technicals right now for a 1 week projection. Ether against Bitcoin strong. I do believe this. I think that Ether will gain market share on Bitcoin. What is the market share of Ether for the total market? You got it at, last time I checked, somewhere around here. Bitcoin dominance 40, Ether dominance 17.7. So this Ether dominance is headed to 20%, maybe even 25% of the markets, if you ask me personally. Okay. And that's why I'm acquiring more. I actually also bought Hex on the dip. And you know why I've been acquiring Hex? Because if you could see here, when the shit hit the fan, okay, when the shit hit the fan, Hex did well against Bitcoin and ETH. Look at, you know, it's holding well against Bitcoin and ETH. Let me go ahead and look at the charts against Bitcoin and ETH. Do we have Hex against BTC out here? Can we change this to BTC? Hex against BTC. There it is. And against ETH. We'll put them all up there. We'll pull them all up there. So BTC is the orange line. So you could see now, after September 20th, the price of Hex BTCY has gone up. That's extremely bullish to me. Look at this chart here, guys. While things are bleeding out US dollar wise, a lot of the whales are moving into Hex. And again, you know, one of the most controversial coins in crypto. And you know, this guy Richard Hart's a controversial figure. And you know, we could talk about him, but I'm not going to get into it all the time. At the end of the day, he's got a booming product, whether you guys like it or not. And how long will it boom? I don't know, but it's boomed long enough for us to pay attention to it. I'll be honest with you guys. So, you know, I'm picking up this Hex. I'm waiting for the Pulse Chain airdrop. I've also picked up some Ether. So can someone tell me what's the situation with Ether on the Pulse Chain airdrop? Are you going to be getting 1-for-1 Ether, or are they going to drop you more Pulse? I've had conflicting reports as to what will happen with the duplication of Ether on the Pulse Chain. Now, we do know that they're going to duplicate Hex and all the stable coins and basically everything, but there has been some discrepancy as to what's going to happen with the Ether. Either way, I'm still picking up more ETH and more. Naked Matrix says Richard's a boss. Well, he certainly is the boss of Hex. I mean, I'll give him that much. Okay, you know, he's not my boss, but he's definitely bossing Hex. I mean, you know, and I'm not mad at it. You know, so I picked up more. I'm following this trend. And, you know, I got my own personal opinions here and there, but, you know, it doesn't matter, guys. At the end of the day, are you in it for the boom or not? You know, and if it's not booming, it's dooming, and we move on to the next one. But right now, this thing is booming, okay? You know, whether you like it or not. Look at this. I wasn't showing the chart. So orange is BTC. Blue is USDC, and then red is Ether. So, I mean, you could see after the dump, the price of against Ether and Bitcoin has gone up. So, you know, it tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. Okay, so that's what it is. So I picked some more of that. Let's see if there's any other gainers over here on the Gecko. Now, how about that RB pre-sale? I'm not sure if you guys jumped into it on Saturday. The champ picked up a few, and it's looking good. RB over there, Adamant Finance on Arbitrum. Now I've added a bunch of new vaults. They're supporting Curve and some other vaults. And they got those Spell token. Now, Spell token, Abracadabra Finance has been doing excellent. And it's been on my personal radar. I haven't really talked about it because I'm still trying to figure out what the new... Like, is it's bringing something new to DeFi. This is an Ether platform. They got the Magic Internet Money stable coins. Spell token's been doing really good. And again, you can optimize your yield to Spell token LPs over there on Adamant Finance. This thing has been going up. Abracadabra Money. There's something here, guys. And they're cross-chain on Ether, AVAX, Fantom, Arby. I would definitely keep an eye on this. I would definitely keep an eye on Spell. It's look at the numbers it's doing. The past 14 days, it's up 200+%. 30 days, it's looking good. 7 days, it's all green. Everywhere green, even with these bloody markets out there. So don't sleep on Abracadabra. I may have to pick some up. I'm going to do a review on this, but they leverage other platforms like Curve. They got their own stable coin, and it seems like they got their own kind of DeFi hustle that might be cloned and copied by other platforms. Okay. Maybe, perhaps. Like, again, I got to do my own read, but I feel like I got a hunch that there's something here. Kaboom. And that's about it. We'll see if we look at some of the other coins. Whereas Adamant Finance over there on Matic is kind of bleeding out as well. I mean, I would expected that as they introduced a new token, Arby, over there on the Arbitrum network, which is their native token for the same platform, Adamant Finance, but they decided to bring out a new coin. So I did jump into the pre-sale. I also got some on the open market. While everything has dumped, one thing I've noticed, the price against ETH has stayed the same. And that's something to be said for all your coins. Things are dropping. Yes, they are. But notice the price of your tokens against Bitcoin and ETH. They may or may not have dropped as much. So, it's a perspective you want to gain. I'll give you an example. I did buy RB tokens on the open market with ETH. And I think I got in around $40 or something like that. And, the price is less than 40. But if I look at it, the price against my ETH, I'm actually up still. So you may want to pay attention to that. And again, ask yourself, are you trying to stack USD or are you trying to stack ETH and Bitcoin? And sometimes you may want to stack both. But, you got to make sure you understand your strategy and know where you're swimming out here, guys. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking. So you got Adamant doing all right. Another one that we're still, I got a long bag on is Spirit. But, Spirit, be honest, the whole Fantom ecosystem is kind of slowed down. I mean, Spirit's up 12.5% today, but, it really dropped a lot, after dropping more than 50% from its all-time high. So, it's starting to rebound. I got a 4-year over there in Spirit, but ultimately, we'll see. We'll see. Things on the Fantom ecosystem and on these smaller side chains or, alternatives to Ether. It's all quiet now until Ether and Bitcoin define what they're going to do, whether they're going to drop or not. So I'm just patiently waiting. I got a bag over there. Scream is another one I have a small bag on. Scream is down 2%. And another one, Terra. These are all Fantom platforms. Little baby Terra has lost a lot of weight though. They're at $1. We saw them as high as what, $4? Wow. So yeah. What am I holding? I'm holding my small positions on the altcoins that I'm willing to hold through the storm. But as far as like major positions, no. I did pick up more Ether. I picked up more Hex. I got my stables or whatnot. I explained on Friday that I'm a little uneasy holding stables now with this SEC regulation coming down the pipeline. You don't know whether they can turn it off or not, or what the hell is going to happen with these people. So, I don't know. You get 1 pulse for each Ether you're holding, 1-to-1. Okay, well, that kind of sucks, right? For that, I don't know. I mean, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. So you just get more pulse. Now, certainly pulse is not going to be worth an Ether. So, 1-to-1 pulse, I don't know. Like, you're getting pulse for Ether. I'd rather get my Hex duplicated. So I'm starting to think as far as this snapshot, the strategy is probably not to have Ether. It's probably to have mostly Hex and stablecoin. In my personal opinion, I may be wrong, but let me know. I don't see, if you're trying to get the most out of your duplicate, I don't think duplicating ETH on that chain is the route that'll bring you the most ROI. Naked Matrix says, yeah, it's not much. Right. So, one thing to consider is if, the snapshot date is announced is to either, swap everything into USDC or into Hex for the snapshot, and then you can go right back. Yeah, better to have Hex. I'm holding Hex, not ETH. Yeah, in this specific function for this Pulse snapshot, I would agree. Yeah, I think, and again, I may be wrong. We may be wrong. This is all speculative. But in the case of the Pulse chain airdrop and what's going to happen with Pulse, being that it's a Hex community, and, I think Hex is driving this, obviously. So, it's probably in our interest, to get more duplicate Hex and get that P Hex over there. Again, the Pulse chain is going to be duplicating everything on Ether. And they're going to have duplicate coins. Those coins, what are they going to be worth? We have no idea. They're going to have P Hex, PUSDC. They're all launching at zero value. And then whatever the market decides, if people wanted to, trade them or not, but they're launching at zero. In fact, we don't even know if it's going to actually launch. Let's be honest with you, because we sacrificed for this Pulse chain, and we don't have any expectation as to whether they're going to actually launch or not. We hope. But you can't get mad if things don't pan out the way you expect. That's just the game out here, guys. We're not buying securities or anything like that. That's not what we're expecting. This is more of a political statement, if anything. But nevertheless, it's exciting. You see what else is kind of booming out here, guys. Axie, this game, Decentralized Social Olympics, Theta. It's okay. Nothing crazy right now. Let's see the big dumpers. OMG, Cello Harmony. Okay. Where's Pancake Swap? I still got a little bag of cake. Cake ain't doing that bad. I'll tell you that much. They've been in the top 30 holding pretty well. $19. Not bad. What else we got? We got Adamant. I'm still in some yield optimizer. I kind of stayed in that RB in the end. I had like maybe less than an ETH worth. Maybe not even. I think maybe less than $1,000 worth in that Arbis farm. Let me pull it up. Actually, I forgot about that. And I also jumped into the honey pot, and that's probably down too. But those were small positions that I'm willing to forget about. They're like $500 or something like that. So let's go back over here to Arbis. And in Arbis Finance, I was staking some of those Nyan tokens. Yeah, I still got a little bit in there. Nyan Strategy, APY 753 right now. Arbis Finance. And I got me a little something there. Nyan shares, but let me see what the price of Nyan is. The price of Nyan is 23 cents. Yeah, we got clapped on this one. I got in like at 60 cents. So, hey, you can't win them and hit them all out the park. But, when I do like a wild speculative play with a new baby coin that looks memed out, I always will just limp in and see, not always, but usually I'll just limp in. I'll throw something on the table to see what happens. And what happened was not much. I mean, the APRs went up, but, the price dumped on me. So, hey, whatever. I'm a bag holder here with like $500 worth of, I don't even know what it's worth, but I got like 400 of these. That's like a couple $100. And how about Arby? I want to show you guys because ultimately now Beefy and Adamant are like the two yield optimizers that are on Arbitrum that are leading right now. And they just added a bunch of vaults here to Adamant Finance. And I'm a believer in Adamant. I'll tell you, I'm a user and I think it's all right. The token price is holding pretty well considering the storm that we're in right now. It's $37. And you could see that they got a good amount of pools now. There's only 6 million in the total value locked right now, which is okay. They just started on Saturday and they added new vaults. They're adding new vaults every day. You got Magic Internet Money with ETH LPs. They're paying 103. MIM's been doing good. And of course, top gainer is the Abracadabra Finance with the Spell token. You can see there's almost 500,000 in this vault. APY compounding at 259. You got Tri Crypto LPs, Curved ETH. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here to look at. Okay, and this is on your major ETH-esque platforms, even a stable at 1498. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. So check that out. Fee sharing dividends will start being distributed next week. So I'm staking here some Adamant. I haven't earned anything, but it says right here, they'll start sharing the fees as of next week. This is a brand new platform, guys. It's been around on Matic for some months now, and I've been using it steady. It's a steady horse. And now they launched over there on Arbitrum, and so far so good. I mean, let's see. I mean, the price hasn't boomed. I saw this top off at 54 the day that they did the pre-sale, but then on Monday morning the market's tanked. So that's what it is, guys. All right, on that note, shout out to Naked Matrix, shout out to Game and Met Max, I see you, and the rest of the boomers, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. The champ is back after taking a little vacay out there in the tropics, and so is Murphy's Law, right? I step away. I always, I'm always here. I mean, the day I step away, boom, there goes a bloodbath. Wow. But, let me tell you guys, if you're going to step away from this crypto, make sure that, you organize the bags how you want to organize them, because, you don't want to be running around while you're on a vacation trying to hook up your MetaMask on a public network or anything like that. You want to do your cryptos at home. I mean, I don't like, some of you guys are making all your major moves from your phone and stuff. Yeah. And on that note, shout out to the boomers. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll continue with this kapump. And we'll stay patient here. We know the deal, guys. Bitcoin right now under some pressure. We're going to have the Fed talk today if they haven't already. And I think the SEC is going to make some announcements too. They're going to be talking about this crypto regulation. And I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Like, eventually they're going to try to... Eventually, guys, they're not only going to want to put you in a mask. They're going to want to put the chip inside of you. They're going to want to change your thoughts, the way you breathe. They want to put a curfew on you the time you wake up. They want it all. They want your blood. They want everything. So, we're going to have to... What's the word here? Stand your ground. Let's see how much we can stand our ground here. And, part of standing the ground is just hodling and not selling and saying, no, I'm going to stick with this. No, I don't want that. I'm going to do me. 100% says Andrew. Shout out to Andrew. Naked Matrix says, yep. So guys, it's not about, being scared or anything, or being rebellious. Sometimes it's just saying, you know what? I'm not buying in that, and just completely focus on something else. Okay. You'll be surprised what your focus will bring you, guys. Okay. I'm thinking that a lot of what's happening is because we've been focusing on the wrong things. So we need to be focusing on more of the positive things and more of the boom. So, and in like focusing on the fear too, like, oh, what's going to happen next? Like, what's going to happen next? The best is going to happen next. And you know what? I'm going to hold my ground, and we'll see what happens, because I feel good vibes coming up. So we got to, there is some truth to this positive mind state stuff. And, I don't want to be the happy-go-lucky guys, but we got to keep it. We got to keep it positive. Right On says A1 gets some. You know the deal, guys. Knowing the situation that they're coming for you, but at the same time, it's like, they're coming for everything, but don't forget who you got on your side. You got the maker. You got the alpha and the omega. Whether you believe it or not, he's on your side, and he cares. Okay? And remember that. Okay? And once you have that faith, I mean, it's very powerful. Use another system they don't control. Fuck them. Yeah, and like really, it's more about like stopping to pay so much, turning off the news, stopping to listen. A lot of this is all about attention. Okay, don't pay attention. Literally, that's why it's called paying attention. You're wasting. It costs. There's a cost for attention. True, focus on the boom instead. Yes, good vibes. Yeah, because I find myself sometimes, you follow the conspiracy channels and you want to stay up to date as to what the next scam, or what the next scam on you may be. Like what's the next trick these guys are trying to pull. But at the end of the day, guys, they're always going to try to pull a trick, and our best is just to ignore it. Like they even want you to part of it is even considering and coming up with a defense strategy and just paying attention to it is, I think, not the right move. Like literally like ignoring it. Like, I'm not taking your order. I'm not answering the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to answer the phone anymore to tell you that no one's home. No one's like, you know, like the telemarketers, instead of telling them, oh, I'm not interested, take me off your list. Imagine just never answering the phone. Just never answering the phone. You're never going to answer the phone. They keep calling and keep calling. You just don't answer the phone. And like eventually, they're going to have to come knock on your door, or they're just going to stop calling. And believe me, like, a lot of these powers that be are pussy as well. I'm not going to say they won't come to your door, but like it's a lot more difficult than just, giving you a call. Stay aware, not get emotional about it is my tactic. It's tough, but you're right, Naked Matrix. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. And keep focusing on the boom. Yeah, the news sucks. Feel better by not watching it. Yeah, the news or, some of this FUD about... It's not even the news, because most people now are not watching CNN. That's like for older people. But, the news does become Facebook. It does become Instagram and the outlets that you follow, And a lot of that, even the guys that we do like, sometimes it's just like, oh, look at people focus on a lot of problems. People like to focus on the problems. It's like, don't focus on the problems. I need to focus on the booms. Where is the boom? Where's the growth? Because even in the worst times, even when, bombs were being dropped on Hiroshima, there was someone hanging out on a beach just enjoying their life. Even when that was happening. Even when, when all that, like there's people that are still finding joy and solace and prospering when things are, when all that was happening. There's a at the same time, there's a story of someone prospering and growing and, flourishing at the same time. At that same moment, there was also flourishing going on. So let's focus on that and try to be, instead of being caught up in all the war and all the other stuff, where are we going to be? I want to be on the flourishing side, because there's always someone that's winning, even in the bad times. We want to be with the winners, guys. Or better yet, not even involved in that fight, like totally not even participating. It's like we're not even, like, we're somewhere else. We're a complete other thing. You know what I mean? Shout out Red Snapper. I see you, Red Snapper. A1 Get Some says, yeah, the news suck. We read that. But other than that, continue hitting the gym and stay strong. Shout out Passive Crypto. Almost missed the live. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up. Just telling everybody to stay positive out here. And not even about being positive. It's also about ignoring, like there's a lot of this positivity talk, and it's cute and it's very happy-go-lucky. But sometimes it's not even about being positive. It's about saying no to certain things and ignoring. But we do need to help those who want to help themselves. Now, you don't need to help anybody, okay? You need to help yourself first. That's the first person that you need to help. Now, you may want to help other people, and you may feel like you may will to help other people. But as far as like need, you need to take care of your own food, clothing, and shelter first. Okay, and if you have children, I would say that's a need. You know what I mean? But like as far as being a hero, you're not Captain America. Okay, you're not Black Panther. You're not part of the Avengers, and you're not here to save the world. You need to take care of yourself first. And that's the thing, I'm going to call it, Marvel syndrome. Everybody wants to be a DC superhero, okay? Watching too much Avengers, too much Batman and Superman, and thinking that, you're here to save the day, okay? You're not here to save the day. Be your own superhero and save your own self first, okay? A lot of you people are fat, sloppy, and offbeat, and you don't even have the bags that that are required to be prosperous, and then you're worrying about the next man. How are you going to help someone else? Guys, tune yourself. Let's all tune ourselves. I'm talking to myself too. I'm not just talking to Snapper. I'm talking to the champ himself. A lot of this talk is directed at myself. All this, everybody wants to be a damn superhero out here, guys. Guys, you're not the superhero. Everybody wants to be a social justice warrior or some sort of a warrior to fight something. Like, the biggest fight is against your own self. I agree not to be a hero, but what about the community? you like the community comes second to yourself. And I'm not talking about selfishness or something. I'm talking about if you really want to have a good community, then you need to build a good individual first. Okay, because a community is comprised of individuals. And if those individuals are faulty, then the community will be, your chain is always only as strong as your weakest link. Okay, a chain is made up of links. So make sure each link is strong. Okay, you're worrying about that's the problem. You got a bunch of weak links, and then people want to make a chain. Okay, you can't be making chains when you got a bunch of weak links. Just make a one strong link before you even think about a chain. People out here thinking about chains and communities, and we haven't even gotten our own selves together. And I'm talking to myself too. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm talking this is a lot of this is self-talk. You got to make sure you boom on your own first. Get your stuff all together, and then where it starts with the individual, the family, the greater family unit, then, the community. But I'll hear people, it's like people want to be social justice warriors. They want to get politically involved. They want to vote. They want to have their personal opinions about all these current events, but yet they're not even eating right. They didn't hit the gym. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say, guys. We got to look at ourselves first. I have been homeless, so I know the other side. That's good, and to a certain extent. I guess you learned something out of it, right? And I haven't, okay, but I would say everything has been a blessing for all of us. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've taken something out of that. And while we got to worry about others, did someone take you out of homelessness, or did you take yourself out of homelessness? You know what I mean? Liam says, or Liam, excuse me, been a minute, champ. Stay up on this bloodbath. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's a bloody one, but I'm not at all concerned, guys. That being said, I'm also prepared for more blood. A lot of these NFT guys out there, these newbies, everything's an NFT, and the new Solana guys. There's a lot of new guys out here, and we welcome them, but also they're acting a little cocky, and they got to get wrecked. You cannot be in the crypto game and call yourself a crypto maniac boomer, 5-star general, or even 4. You gotta, just to earn 1 star out here, you gotta step on a landmine. You gotta get clapped at first. A lot of these newbies, even the big whales like the Michael Saylors and the Elon Musks, they got in at 40K. They need to get clapped a little bit. Okay, they got to get clapped up a little bit, and we got to, like I said before, separate the men from the mice, the testicles from the technicals, the feast from the famine out here, the wealth from the wage. And that's all, guys. And again, let me repeat this. It's not that I'm anti-community or not. I'm all about family and community. In fact, I mean, I take it so serious that I think that you got to make sure that you make the individual strong first before you try to be doing something with the community, guys. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, so, that's my take. Again, I'm a big on internal locus of control. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta control your own stuff first. Naked Matrix with the hand claps. Roger Ripple says he still has a limp. There you go. If you haven't stepped on a land, if you haven't lost a limb out here, if you haven't got clapped up, then, I don't know what to tell you, guy. Liam says, what's next with Evergrande? I don't know. I'm not buying this Evergrande stuff, guys. It's like it's right on your lap there. It's I don't know. I'm not buying into it. I'm not buying it. It's like I'm not buying Elon Musk going to space. I'm not buying Evergrande. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I could be here. I could be wrong. I think it's just because at the end of the day, the 10-year yield is the same. And the debt markets have been the same. So I agree with Gregory Manarino. Right now, there's no big things other than that. So, I don't know. I mean, I would expect more free money. And, I think this is just a little blip in the radar here. I expect more boom for all the markets. These people got a faucet, like they're opening up the faucet on the money. You think whether they're going to stop printing or they're going to raise the interest rates out here? And what if the Evergrande defaults? They're not going to get another loan with more money? Too big to fail. Like, I don't know. this system is a runaway train with the inflation, and Bitcoin's more sound than fiat, and so is Ether. So, Evergrande here, Evergrande there. I don't know what to say about Evergrande. Have you ever heard of Evergrande last month? Now all of a sudden you're hearing, it's like, did you hear about the Delta variant 3 years ago? But all of a sudden now it's a thing? Like, I don't know. Red Snapper says Greg is on the money. I'll tell you, I haven't really seen him be wrong. I'm going to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I'm not really trading the options and the traditional markets like he does. I stay on the cryptos, but I've done my little thing on the fiat. But the man's been correct. I keep it $1.50. If you haven't followed Manarino, and a lot of my trading philosophy, it's very much influenced for him. Follow the trend. Don't try to time the tops or the bottoms. It's not about how you feel, what you think. It's what's in front of you. Don't trade the markets you want. Trade the market you have. Shout out to Gregory. If you haven't followed Manarino, I would say check him out. Now, the conspiracy, or I don't even know if this is a conspiracy or the critique or feedback. I don't know. Some people say, he's a Mason, 33rd degree. I think he's admitted it or he hasn't denied it or something. So apparently he could be high-ranking Mason. I don't know if he's halfway benevolent or I don't know. There's those things out there, but what has came out his mouth has been mostly true. Roger Ripple says, with that said, I've had fun buying the NFTs. I've done very well. There you go. Yeah. I'm not saying people haven't done well. I feel like some of these NFT guys, some of these doggy coin guys, they got to get clapped. You know what I mean? Like, there is some sort of a bubble to NFTs. I think everybody will agree. The same way that there were some sort of bubbles to altcoins in 2017. There'll be a correction here. I'm not footing out. I think NFTs, as far as technicals, will be here to stay. But some of them are overpriced. People are paying, millions of dollars for a JPEG. And let's keep it $1.50. A lot of these are fake sales. Okay? Because you could buy them from yourself. A lot of them are fake sales. We know this. Come on. Let's see who's winning today. Fantom's back up to $1.18. All right, up 20%. There you go. Fantom against BTC at 15%. Solana responding now. Look, the Bitcoin hasn't bled out. It's above 40,000. So there it goes. The altcoins, they start buying right back into them. Has the Fed announced? Has Jerome Powell talked? Like Greg says, the biggest criminals organization in the whole world is the Fed. I agree. Have they spoke yet, or what's going on? Has the SEC talked about the stable coins? What's going on? That's the uncertainty that I believe is driving the market for right now. Matic's up. So you got some green now. After some blood, now there's a little bit of green. Fantom being the one that's heading the charge. Listen, the Fantom NFT marketplace has not launched yet. Arteon, I believe it's called. And they're going to be able to bridge some of the NFTs for free. And there's some promise there, some rumor there. So, I'm holding on to some Fantom still. And let's see if there's some more meat on the bones here. If Bitcoin can stay above 40,000, I think Fantom could run back up. I mean, it's already up 20% today. So, let this be a lesson to you newbies out there. Everything follows Bitcoin and ETH. Everything, okay? I would say 95%. Some even Hex has followed it. I mean, to a certain extent, Hex is kind of diverted, but you know what I'm talking about. The altcoins will be twice as volatile as Bitcoin. So Bitcoin drops 10%, altcoins are going to drop 20+%. Bitcoin goes up 4%, these altcoins can go up 15, 20%. Okay, that's all it is. There's more volatility with the altcoins, and this is obvious. So, you want to know whether the market's warm or not? Look at the price of Bitcoin and ETH, and that will tell you what the rest of these altcoins should do, in my personal opinion. I got to throw that IMO disclaimer for the crypto cucks out there. For anybody that might be listening, I am not a financial advisor. This is all my personal opinion, and I hope and expect that we still have some level of free speech in this country, but I don't know. But, I'm assuming that, we do still have some sort of protections legally. If not, my protections come from the Lord himself. take a few more comments and questions. Let me know what's shaking and baking out here, guys. We've been on for 41 minutes. Shout out to Red Snapper, Roger Ripple, Liam, Naked Matrix, and the rest of the boomers out there. Stay positive out there, guys. And not even staying positive, because that kind of is happy-go-lucky. Sometimes instead of staying positive, ignore don't even discuss the negative. Don't even talk about it. Ignore that shit. There you go, Hex against Tether. We have a Hex against BTC chart here, or against ETH, maybe? Can't seem to find it. Hex with the shadow ban. You know there's something there when they're shadow banning something. That's the reason I got into Bitcoin and ETH to begin with. Well, one of the reasons. I'm like, this thing is being shadow banned. People are not talking about it. There's got to be something here. All right, guys. On that note, I'm out. Shout out to the boomers. I'll be back tomorrow. Hit the gym. Stay strong out there. Shout out to Roger Snapper, Lamb, and the rest of the boomers. A1 Get Some says, thank you, champ. You the man. Hex will flip Ethereum to take over number 2 after CoinMarketCap crap starts gatekeeping. Yahoo Finance listed at number 3. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Will it flip Ether? I'll be honest. Get some. I'm going to say I don't think so, but I do think it's going to continue to gain market share. You know, I don't know if the community understands how much of powerful minds and how strong the academic and programming community is on Ether. The talent is over there, guys. Like, look, I'm not trying to knock Hex and Pulse, but I'm telling you, the devs that are in the Ether community, they're the ones that have set, like, that's where the DeFi ideas and like the major, because look, Pulse, Hex, these things are only using the technology, and it may even go up more in price. Don't get me wrong, but like, there is some serious intelligent minds behind Ether, and that's why I'm continuing to get ETH. Champ, YouTube must have blacklisted you. Yeah, Roger, come on. I've been blacklisted since 2017 when I started pointing several things out about the powers that be. Okay? When the Rona first came, even before the Rona, like, I am major shadow ban. Never have I ever paid for any promotion for this channel. Never have I tried to shill my channel on other people's chats. I have gotten all these subscribers organically, and most of these subscribers came in my first few months. And as soon as, I started getting I started ramping up the live streams and speaking my mind, and then the market crashed. Never again have I exceeded my subscriber count. But I have gotten more donations through my super chat as time has progressed. And people stick around, and you see, look, let the chat. I mean, I got real people here. This is not bots or anything paid for. You guys know this is real, true, organic stuff. I'm not, It will flip Ether at about 67 cents. Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, I'm not following the market cap. You may be right. I just listen, guys. I got Hex. I got ETH. I don't think they're in competition. They may be ultimately, but right now, I don't think so. Naked Matrix says you're a real one. I appreciate that. Yeah, Ed, you're right, Roger. They did blacklist me. That's obvious as can be. I mean, like, come on, guys. But are you surprised, guys? The leader of the Taliban has a Twitter, and the former president of the United States has been banned. That's all I got to say, whether you like him or not. It's not whether you're for Trump, or you could hate Trump for all that matter, okay? But how is the Taliban got a Twitter and Trump doesn't? That's it. That should be enough to just throw everything out the window. Everything. Okay? And the fact that the government hasn't caught Trumpy's back for some, like, you know, come on. Like, this thing is this is all WWF, guys. That's all I got to say. It's like, if you're listening to anything of the major networks or any power that be's telling you, if you believe any of that shit, you're losing. Okay, you believe Richard Branson went to space. You believe this guy, Jeff Bezos, is flying a cock to the outer atmospheres. It's all bullshit. Okay? Look at nomics.com. Yeah, I've heard about it. Let's put up Nomics. I've heard it. I brought it up before. Listen, BTC, okay, has, I don't know, a million X. I don't even know how many, because, you know, it was less than $1. And they're still trying to fudge you out of Bitcoin and ETH. These guys are still trying to fudge you out of Bitcoin and ETH. They're still acting like it may not be here. And they're still acting like the regulation's going to come get you. And in the meantime, this thing has continued to go. Imagine, like, for all the people that still listen to the main and that they really believed. Guys, come on. Like, you know, how, again, look, I think ultimately the vid-19, what it truly is an IQ test. That's the truth. And most people failed, failures. Let's talk about it, guys. Nomics.com, we got here Hex number 3 at 42 cents. Currently at a market cap of 245 billion, says Nomics. Sheesh! Kaboom! Kaboom! Total sheep, says Roger. Yeah, you know. What I'm trying to do is forgive them for they don't know what they do. You know, that's where I'm trying to get at. It's hard for me to do that. I'm not there, but that's where I want to get to. Like, you know, instead of getting so upset, because, man, boy, I mean, like, if you haven't gotten upset at a certain situation and, like, be like, how stupid could people really get? You know, I don't know where you're at. Now, instead of getting so upset, you know, I'm trying to find, like, you know, that forgiveness. You know, I'm trying to find, like, I'm trying to find it on my heart to forgive the ignorant and forgive the sheep. You know, I'm trying to forgive, and not only the sheep, but also the one that's hurting. You know, the shepherd. Because, you know, some of the shepherds here, most of the shepherds are not benevolent. So, you know, forgive the shepherds as well, because they're not the good shepherds. That's also that's true. CoinMarketCap has a class action lawsuit slapped on Arizona 5 days ago. They will surrender and listed at number 3 spot. Let's see. I mean, but again, you know, if you're waiting for CoinMarketCap to, you know, give you the okay about Hex, you're going to lose as well. You know what I mean? If you're waiting for someone to give you the tap on the back and be like, hey, it's okay not to wear a mask now, you're never going to win, guys. You're never going to win like that. At the end of the day, you're going to have to make your own decisions and take a risk. Hex now get a free copy of ERC20 when Pulsate drops. Yeah, we've been talking about it. We know. We sacrifice. We know the deal. Kaboom. Nomics.com. Listing in his number 3. Heavy hitters. All right, guys, if there's no other comments and questions, stay strong out there, stay positive, and you know, it's hard not to get upset, but let's try to ignore it, and if we can't ignore it, let's try to forgive them. At least Florida's fighting back. You have a great governor. Yeah, you know, I do. I like the governor of Florida, you know, to a certain extent, but I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm not, you know, he is part of the system too, guys. Let's not, you know, come on. I mean, he's better than some other people, but again, I'm not expecting any man to take care of me, honestly. You know, I'm not rooting for this or that. Forget, you know. What's your take on DAI stablecoin? I said it before. I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's one of the truer stablecoins. But Marlon Jones, Bulls on the Block, did make up a point on the comments the other day. He's like, yeah, DAI is honest, but a lot of the DAI that is minted through USDC and USDT collateral. I haven't verified that, but it certainly seems true. And if that's true, then DAI is also exposed as well, or they're at risk, because if there's any regulation on Tether or DC, then that may impact DAI's collateralization. You know, so You know, at the end of the day, guys, the truth is, I mean, stables are cute and everything, but that's not the true crypto. The true crypto's Bitcoin. The true crypto's Bitcoin, guys. More true than Ether, because let's be honest. Ether? Yeah, they're burning Ether and everything, but there's no cap. There's no cap on Ether. They're going to be printing that stuff. There's no cap. There's no cap on Ether. BTC's got a cap. Okay, there's only going to be 21 million for right now. Okay, if they change the cap, that's another thing. But I say, as of right now, it's scarce. It's scarce. BTC. Hex community started a class action lawsuits against CoinMarketCap for lying to the people. Okay, yeah, fine. Hey, I mean, I guess someone wants to do that, but you know what? That sounds like a lot of complaining and a lot of wah, wah, wah. A lot of wah, wah, wah to me. That's what it sounds like. Wah, wah, wah. Class action, that's wah, wah, wah to me. Okay, they may be right, but it's still wah, wah, wah. So, you know, whatever. You know what I do? I don't pull up CoinMarketCap. I don't wah, wah, wah. I just pulled up something else. So, you know, I'm not happy with CoinMarketCap, and I do want them to change or whatever like that. But, you know, instead of class action lawsuit, and how about you just load up another page, man? Just go somewhere else. It's the thing. A lot of people are a lot of wah-wahs out there, and then they want to involve an authority so that they can have their will or have their way. Like, what, you know, that's some pussy shit, man. Honestly, like when you try to get an authority so that you can get your will because you don't like the way it is, even though it's not, like, at the end of the day, you know what? They don't want to list them, then whatever. You know, and again, I'm not happy with CoinMarketCap. You know what I mean? But like, to be wah 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 with a lawsuit, it's kind of bitch. It's kind of being a bitch ass. To be honest with you. Now let me also be 1,000%. If they're gonna pay out, I'm gonna take my money, right? You know, if they're gonna give a payout, I'm gonna take it. But am I gonna pursue and sign up my name and say, "Hey guys, oh my god"? Come on, man. If you can't handle things on your own and you got to bring another authority into the mix, then you're a bitch. That's the truth. Okay? That's bottom line. If you can't handle it on your own, you got to bring some authority into it. It's because you don't got enough power and you're soft and you're weak on certain extents. And that's it. Okay? So the Hex community is weak against CoinMarketCap, and the best thing they could do is maybe just go somewhere else. And again, I guess there's going to be people that want to do the litigation. There's those guys, the litigators, the litigious. I don't know the word is. They're very litigious. I forgot the adjective. But man, that sounds like whining and complaining to me, man. But anyway, on the other hand, if they win the suit and they're listed number 3, shit, that would be great for the price. You know. Here's Nomics, number 3. But, you know, the champ will always give you his honest opinion, guys. I'm going to keep it at 1,000. I'm going to just, you know, that's part of the reason I keep this channel up, because it's not because of the revenue I make off the channel. You know what I mean? It's not because of the, you know, it's like you can run the numbers on what I earn on this YouTube channel. There's a lot of apps that'll kind of give you a range. It's insignificant, guys. Now, I'm not paying any bills, like any, I'm not paying the rent with the YouTube channel. Like, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful, you know, when sometimes I do these chats, you know, I'll get, you know, a few bucks, but it's not like I'm getting thousands of dollars every month from the YouTube channel. Now, on the other hand, the wealth of knowledge that doing this YouTube channel has provided me is priceless. That's, you know, I've been focused on all the cryptos, and I'm being able to do something for myself. You know what I mean? And make those decisions that have boomed, you know, our own bags. So, you know, I'm grateful for that. Well, it will pump their bag if they win, says Naked Matrix. Absolutely. Yeah. So, you know, do I want Hex to be number 3 on CoinMarketCap? Yes. Do I want them to win? Yes. Do I have my personal opinions about, you know, what a lawsuit's all about and whether it's bitch ass or not? Yeah, I do. You know what I mean? I'm old school. Like, you know, I don't run and tell the teacher. I'll go smack you in your face and we're going to have a one-on-one fight. Like the old school. Okay, you don't go run and tell your parents. You don't have to snitch about everything. It's like, yo, me and you are going to fight right now. We'll settle it hand to hand. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that? You know, a good old one-on-one, or whatever happened to, like, I'm not dealing with you. Whatever happened to just, like, or just Xing people out. CMC are lying to the people, and it's not right. Are they lying, or are they omitting? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, you know, you want to make people behave right, and it's like, you know, you're sounding like a social justice warrior. These people are not. It's not right. So what? Then don't deal with them. So what? Then don't deal with them. You got CoinGecko, you got Nomics, you got a lot of other platforms, and no one's stopping you from making another site too. You know, like, I don't pull up CoinMarket. I don't even remember the last time I pulled up CoinMarketCap. As soon as I saw that Binance owned them, I knew there was already a conflict of interest, because it's not just Hex, it's other coins as well. You know, George Chop says feminism took over. Yeah, that's what it is. You know, it's like the way a woman behaves. A woman just not going to, you know, she's going to call somebody else to come, you know. The feminists will cry, but then they call the police to enforce the rules. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you cry, you scream, but you call the man to enforce the rules. You know? Slap the woke at him. Yeah, everybody wants to be, I tell you, everybody's a Marvel superhero. A freaking Marvel superhero. It's not right. You know, the world's not right, guys. I'm sorry to break it to you. You know, you can whine, or you can complain, or you could try to fix all the wrongs, or you can focus on the boomers and continue to kaboom and let somebody else handle that. You know what I'm saying? And I do agree, A1 gets some. It is not right. That, you know, it's not right. I get it. But hey, you know, is it your job to try to make everything right? You know, we got to make ourselves right first. You know, like, you got to, did we eat right? Like, let me ask you, if I look through your browsing history, am I going to catch a Pornhub in there? When was the last time you jerked off? Last night, this morning? The way before? That's not right either. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that are not right. We're not all perfect, guys. Slap the woke out of him, says Rod. Yeah, man, this wokeness stuff is a disease, man. Everybody, like, woke is ultimately Marvel hero syndrome. Everybody thinks that they're fucking Superman out here, that they're gonna save the world, and it's like, I'm telling you, wokeness and a lot of this stuff is, they're trying to remix Christianity. Okay, they're trying to take the community, the selflessness of Christianity, and they're trying to bring it to themselves. And, you know, you can't be woke without the Lord himself. Like, people want to be woke, but then they don't want to praise the Lord. And they don't want to follow his rules. They want their own rules. They want their will. They don't want his. They want to be woke when their own will. That's not the recipe, guys. Red Snapper says amen. Shout out to you, Red. All right. Is there any comments and questions? You want my personal opinion? I'm always going to give you my 1,000% out here, guys. It may not be popular all the time, but shit, I'm not a liar. I'm not lying to you guys. Okay? I'm going to keep it $1.50 out here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Naked Matrix says, no FAP is life-changing. It is. It's difficult, but it is life-changing, man. It's some of the, it's one of the few reasons that I think I've been able to identify boomers. Now, is that like just me hyping it up? Maybe. Is there some truth to it? Maybe. But, you know, I'd like to say you stop fapping, maybe you could see the future, man. But yeah, let's hope that you know, let's pray for those that don't know what they're doing, guys, and hopefully they come around. That's all you could do. instead of being mad. I want to get there. I want to show forgiveness. Like, you know, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It's the hardest one to do, guys. Forgive them. CMC and the rest of these bad shepherds. Shout out to Naked, Red Snapper, A1 Gets Some, Roger Ripple, George Chops. I see all you maniacs out there. I'm appreciative of every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. And, you know, I'll be here every single day, unless, you know, I'm out in the tropics. All right, guys. We'll end it with some pure gratitude. How about that? Make sure you check that out on all the networks. Shout out to A1 Get Some. Thanks, brother. Thank you as well. Thank you for, you know, I don't mean to come at you, you know, personally or anything, because we don't know each other. I'm just speaking it, you know, speaking my mind. Like if you were truly the fam here in the living room with me. Let me pull up that pure gratitude for you guys, and we'll sign off. Shout out to all you maniacs. Make sure you check this out. Independent rapper Shoddy. I've been playing his music at the beginning of the streams or whatnot. Check him out on Spotify, YouTube. The artist is Shoddy, Shottie, and you know, the tracks I've been playing, pure gratitude, and he's got a few projects. Moskvich is another one. Just make sure you check him out. I like to support that. Kaboom.
95 Labs.
Oh, let me sign off, though. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, Crypto's finest champagne crypto. Thank you for booming in.
95 Labs.
I just got the best head of my fucking life. I just hit some new 11s on that sneakers app. I just read that Bitcoin went up in price, and Sauce King just blessed me with a diesel pack. I just got the best head of my fucking life. I just got my favorite rapper to do a feature, and even if Miami life ain't nothing nice, my cafecito got the perfect espumita. Glass half full, that's that food. I'ma need an advance, you can sell me, cash app too. Portfolio looking healthy, my Coinbase popping. I cut out the red meat, but I don't fuck with no soy-based products. My podcast hit 100 episodes. My brother Cap just had a baby, and me, I got a little baddie in Haiti, marinating. Miami lately feel like it's 2005. The scene been reinvigorated, and you can feel it countywide. Yeah. My plug got the best tree, from Brickle to Bentry. My Benz lease, but I live in your head rent free. My grandma chillin' like she's still in her prime. Taught me to cherish every minute of this limited time that we're given. My dog Charlie was half blind when I first brought him home, and now we could probably spot a bone faster than Indiana Jones. You gotta comb through the weeds so you can spot the rose, and I'ma smell every flower while I still got a nose. Cause I just got the best head of my fucking life. And I just hit some ones on that sneakers app. I just heard Ethereum went up in price, and Sauce King just blessed me with that OG pack. Yeah, I just got the best head of my fucking life. I just got a couple stamps on my visa. And even if Miami life ain't nothing nice, my cafecito got the perfect espumita. Yeah, it's pure gratitude. Pure gratitude. Yeah, it's pure gratitude. You gotta smell every flower that life's handed you. That's right, it's pure gratitude. What I'm feeling? Pure gratitude. What's that? It's pure gratitude. You can't change the world, but you can change your attitude, bro.
Yeah. Shoddy, Tev, Moskvich.
Сядь со мною рядом, рассказать мне надо.
That large green area of South Dade in the center.
If you're still with me, I'm going to play one more track, which is the follow-up to that one. And then I'll sign off, guys. Thank you for tuning in. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, Crypto's finest champagne.
95 Labs.
Motivation, motivation, motivation. It's motivation. It's motivation. We've been at it too long, this the culmination. I wake up in the morning, pray to the man in the mirror. The pure cannabis serum helped me channel my spirit. I never cared about the Grammy appearance, but the thought of my mom's and grandmother cheering had me damn near tearing. Cause all I ever wanted to do was make them both proud. So long as I got 10 toes down, I ain't slowing down. Nope. No sir. Yeah, I just wanna see the bros win. My brother Manny studied Muay Thai, and now we got his own gym. Sometimes you gotta let go of your old friends, especially if they ain't grown since. Bottle popping and chrome rims. We grown men beyond that silly shit y'all be on. You can't be on lean and be somebody to lean on. We sacrifice no matter what the fee costs to be boss. It ain't just sitting in your office with your feet crossed. We don't take no shortcuts, that don't bring no reward. Deadlifts for warm-ups, and I'm trying to set a PR. It's supposed to be hard. You feel me? What's that? Motivation. Motivation. Yeah. It's motivation. Motivation. We've been at it too long, this the culmination. I wake up in the morning, do some push-ups, light some kush up, and eat whatever challenge life cooks up. You gotta learn the plays so you can read the routes. Before you fix the planet, you better clean your house. If you can learn from a loss, the loss don't even count. Don't let no snake in the garden to plant a seed of doubt. That shit don't even count. I saw my sister play the lead in Wicked, but when we moved here, we weren't even speaking English. She had so much drive, she could've got a speeding ticket, cause she was chasing it harder than Peter Griffin when he sees the chicken. My boy Potato just became a doctor. My boy Borrego bought a fucking boat, and he don't even pay the docket. The other homie got some Bitcoin and made a profit. Ain't tryna put him out, so I'ma keep his name up off it. The homie Gadget sold weed and barely made $100, and now he flies around the country getting paid to crop it. All facts. What's that? It's motivation. Yeah. Motivation. Motivation. We've been working too hard, this the culmination. What? It's motivation. Yeah, it's motivation. Motivation. We never stop believing that we gon' make it. I wake up in the morning, pray to the man in the mirror. The pure cannabis serum helped me channel my Motivation.